I normally don't do videos on DSP, but this is beyond crazy. Now let's assume that the whole story is true. True or not true, this is insane. So let's take a listen together.
Hello, my name is Phil Burnell, more commonly known as DSP or Darkside Phil on the internet, and I run a YouTube channel called DSP Gaming. It's been my job.
This is what bothers me about DSP and other YouTubers, but mainly DSP. Stop calling it a job. If you need donations and stress on donations, this is not a job. A job is where you get paid for a amount of work. Playing video games online for children and lonely people is not a job. I don't care if you get donations. This is not a job.
For over 13 years at this point.
Yes, 13 years. And what do you have to show for it? You should be bigger than PewDiePie by now.
And I'm a full-time internet content creator and live streamer. Although I am a long-time content creator and streamer, sadly there is a malicious community of people that follow me around the internet who don't.
I wonder why. Now, I know that a lot of people hate DSP, and I'm saying it right now. He is not the worst human being alive. He is not even the worst on YouTube. There are far worse people on YouTube. But you kind of did things that led into this. And you know what I'm talking about.
Like me. And they've done things over the years to hurt me and my family because they don't like me for various reasons. But that's not why we're here today. I am broadcasting a special stream and
I just want to add things into this recording. Harassing people is never okay. If you have something against the guy, either talk to him, or if he's committing a crime, inform the authority, I guess. But harassing people, harmless pranks are okay, but trolling, if it's harmless, it's funny and okay, but harassing and doing damage to a man's money or family is never okay.
Recording this for YouTube as a way to document what is going on in my life right now, and as a cry for help, because I need help right now with this situation.
Yes, this is not the first time that you need help. We get it. Nor will it be the last. You were offered 50,000 to go on a podcast, but you are that podcast is beneath you, but that's a topic for another video.
And it seems like absolutely no one is willing to help. So allow me to explain what's going on, because to be clear, I don't like drama. I didn't want to make this video.
That's the talking point of every video. I don't like drama, I don't like this, and I don't like that. And yet you make video after video after video, making more content for the trolls and for the reactors. But good for you for not liking the drama, I guess.
I'm supposed to be doing my standard broadcast today. As you can see, here's my setup. I'm supposed to be doing a podcast, playing a video game, and I'm not unable to do that because my internet...
He make it sound like it's way more than what it is. Like I'm running a podcast and I'm doing that. In reality, you're just talking to the camera or playing video games. And there is nothing wrong with that, but kind of making it seem that more than it is, like you're a content creator, like you're Joe Rogan or whatever.
Has been compromised and keeps getting interrupted or reset. Okay? So allow me to tell you a story, because I need to tell you the background story in order for this to make sense. Who fucking cares? However,
those trolls edits are funny. I need to remove the cursing if I remember.
My internet likely will go down while I tell this story, and if it does, I am recording this locally and will upload this to the YouTube channel after the fact, so that you are aware of what's really going on in its full entirety without being interrupted. Okay? My tale I'm about to tell you is going to sound very creepy, and it's going to sound very weird, but it's very true, and I have evidence to back it up. Okay?
Now keep this point in mind. He has evidence.
So, over the years, as I have been a live streamer, here on YouTube, as I said, there's certain people who don't like me for various different reasons, and we're not here to discuss that. What we're here to discuss is what I've been through. Because over the years, on and off, I have had internet issues. My internet all of a sudden resetting and going down out of nowhere. Things being messed up in my modem. And there's been multiple times over the years where I've had to involve my ISP, who is Comcast. Now, Comcast is the parent company. They have
we all did that.
Xfinity
Everyone is having internet
is the division
issues.
That is for residential service, but I have two business line internets in my home. Okay, so I deal with the Comcast business portion of them. I don't deal with anything Xfinity whatsoever. So
the man is serious. He only deals business. You hear that?
if I have a problem, I have to call Comcast business customer support and go through that process. All right, now they're a little different. They have 24/7 support, but if you call after hours, you end up talking with someone who's across the globe, who doesn't have the same access and or power to do things as if you call during business hours. So technically, even though they have 24/7 support, if you call after normal like office hours, they can't help you with anything.
My question is why? Why do you pay extra for business? I know that you have your business YouTube channel, but why not get cheaper normal internet? I'm not sure how much he's paying, but this is an overkill. Business lines are for large companies, for example, handling ATMs, military or other banking aspects, hospitals, something that needs to stay 24 hours online without any interruptions. Now I know that you're streaming and whatnot, but normal internet higher packages are more than enough. Once again, I'm happy to be proven wrong, and it's just that you're spending money on stuff that are not necessary while saying you don't have money all the time. Kind of ironic.
Okay, they just, okay, well, tomorrow something will happen, right? So anyway, there's been many times in the 9.5 years now that I've had Comcast business where something's going on with my internet and we can't figure out what the deal is. Is there something in the lines? Is there some malicious activity going on? You know, most of the time what ends up happening is a tech comes out to the house. They look at the modem. They look at everything. They can't really figure anything out. A lot of the times we just do like a hard modem swap and it fixes the issue. Or we think it does. Okay? I have
Yeah,
not
we all
had
had
any
that,
consistent internet issues in a while. So, you know.
I thought the video crashed and I'm not even streaming it. Good troll job.
They sent out a tech that Friday to my house, all right, in order to look at what was going on with my internet. So this would have been like October 28th or
Wait, I just realized the troll job even more. He was talking about being disconnected and the video disconnected. Well done, kind sir. Well done. Thank you for the laughs. Needed them.
something like that, okay? And you guys know because I was on the stream and I said, okay, when the tech's here, I'm going to go offline or whatever. So the tech showed up, ran, testing everything, trying to figure everything out. He's like, there's nothing wrong with the lines. There's nothing wrong with your modem. He says, so let's go into the modem and look at settings and things. And he goes in there and he's like, what is all this? Like, do you know what any of this stuff is? And I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is. All right. So what I would like to do, so to show you the first piece of kind of evidence of stuff that's going on with me, this is what he finds inside of my modem. You ready? Now, I don't know how big this is going to be. I'm probably going to have to blow it up. Okay? So, the bottom is just, it shows what devices are connected locally. There's no information there that's important. But what you should look at is the information at the top. Someone had gone into my modem, all right, and actually set up content blocks, content filtering.
That is insane. If true, that is insane. And I don't want to say funny, but it is funny. I don't condone this. If it's once again allegedly true, we know DSP is not the most reliable source, but if it's true, this is hilariously bad.
All right, in order to prevent me to go on certain websites. And they blocked certain words inside of my modem. All right? So
this
they wanted
beyond
to
the troll
prevent me
job.
from going to YouTube. They wanted to prevent me from going to Twitter. They wanted to prevent me from being able to access my PayPal. And they wanted to block the
No
words
Twitter for you,
Phil and
sir. No
DSP,
drama.
So I would have no access at all to that content. All right? So, I mean, of course this was confusing. Here I'm thinking my internet's going down. It's not. Someone actually went into my modem and changed the settings, unbeknownst to me, without my permission, to filter content. Okay? And you might say, well, that's creepy. Yeah, it is.
This is beyond
You
funny.
gotta wonder who has access to the modem. Burn in hell, Burnell. Now I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity because of it.
Those edits are top notch.
I guess. Well, when you think about it, who would? Me? Or
I like I say me.
my ISP, Comcast.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens. We have detractors working in Comcast. This is beyond crazy. Even the government is onto him.
That's it. There's literally no other way that you can get into that modem. All right? No way. And the thing is that you could argue, well, maybe you've had that modem for so long, someone got the information. No, I've swapped modems multiple times and everything, right? No. And so I went ahead with that Comcast tech, and we looked at the logs, and in the logs, it says right in the logs of that modem, it is a Comcast employee that logged into the modem and made those changes.
If that is indeed true, it's easy to see who did. Comcast is not a local cold store. They should have logs inside and see which employee did log and do what. I presume the cameras may help opening the cameras. It's pretty easy to determine. Every system has logs.
It says it right there. It doesn't say customer login or anything. It says their own rep login. They did it. Okay?
It's 12 midnight and
so we have the evidence. You know, plain as day. We have evidence that this is happening, that someone at Comcast, someone who is employed by that company, my ISP, has access to my modem.
The detractors are not
and is
on
going into my
Comcast.
modem and changing settings and doing things. Okay?
They're inside the
So
walls,
this was
Phil.
October 28th. Okay? That this happened. And basically, the tech that was here was dumbfounded. He's like, dude.
I like his facial reaction when he tells the story. It adds more to the story, like an audiobook where you can read the book, but the audiobook narrator adds like his own spin on the thing. We have classic DSP, and I'm not telling it as a joke. It actually helps. His reaction helps the laughs. Thank you for the lols, sir.
Dude, I've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, this is crazy. He called his manager, who's the regional tech manager out here in Washington or whatever, told him the whole story. He, of course, was dumbfounded, had never heard anything like this. He says, so here's what we're going to do. He says, there's two things that can be done. He says, number one, we're going to obviously launch an investigation into this.
Obviously.
Okay? And we'll let you know, you should get a call or whatever, or, he even gave me the regional manager's number and said, you can call the regional manager.
So far, so good, yeah. Proper investigation.
If you're not hearing anything concrete from us, to say what's going on, we'll let you know. Okay? So this was October 28th, I was told this. Now, the other thing that you can do, if you absolutely are in a situation here where, it keeps happening, you can go buy your own modem. Like, you can go buy a cable modem.
This is one of the most stupidest, if true, once again, allegedly advice. Buy your own modem. This should not have been happening in the first place. I have my own routers, but if somebody is hacking into my router and changing things, I will not simply even consider changing router. I changed it for speeds and other features, not because someone is going inside and changing things. This is beyond unacceptable. Again, if true.
That's not ours. And if you buy a cable modem that's not Comcast, then it's your own property. They can't log in. They can't mess with the settings. They can't do anything to it because it's not our modem. So this tech leaves my house. And I start to think to myself, wait a minute. What about all those times over the last few years when all of a sudden my internet would go out when I was in the middle of something important? And it dawned on me. The Side Scrollers podcast. When I was on that podcast in March, all of a sudden my internet went out.
Just noticed that 0 tips were made for today. I assume this is today's goals, 50. Interesting.
Exactly the same way that it was going out then. It just went off for a minute or two and then came back. And that was when all that crap went down on the Side Scrollers podcast, if you remember. Remember that? that came back, and all of a sudden now Keemstar's on the show and all this drama and all this shit's going on right in the middle of my interview. And I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly what happened. This is some kind of a malicious person at Comcast who works for the company, who doesn't like me, and actually has been striking down my internet.
You do realize how this is sounding like the Comcast internet provider. There are people inside that working against you, and this guy should be working or be at the office at the exact time you're streaming and whatnot. Now I know that you stream or record video or whatever all day, but he has to be there at the same time. And not only that, he's monitoring you to strike at the right time. This is beyond comical.
And fucking with my business over the years.
The business.
Whenever they felt like it, because they thought it either was funny or it would hurt me or whatever it was. Okay? So
it is kind of funny. Once again, not encouraging this.
It's now dawning on me. I'm like, I can't believe this. All right? But this is absolutely true. What's going on? This must be it. What else could it be? How is it that every time that something important is going on, my internet goes out, right? 1 second, guys. Annoying fucking trolls.
What is he wearing?
What happened? So I go into my modem, all right, and this is
that is beyond funny.
On that Wednesday, and once again they've done it again. This is the same picture I'm going to show you, but just to reiterate, this is basically what they did. Is they did all this again, okay, a second time, and I'm like, whoa! So it's a month later, and they're doing it again. Now I'm trying to put it in my head.
So even with the investigation, nothing comes out of it. Okay.
Before Thanksgiving, and it dawned on me, this is a Comcast employee, okay. This person only has access to do this stuff certain days of the week and certain times when they're working. So likely this employee wasn't working on Thanksgiving, wasn't working on Black Friday, and I'm pretty confident they don't work weekends. It seems like this is a person who works like day shift during like Monday through Friday, but of course it would have been the holidays.
Okay, the plot thickens even more.
It would have, they wouldn't have had access. And what I'm thinking is, they know I'm going to do a Thanksgiving Day stream. They know I'm going to do a Black Friday marathon. So they're going to put this in place and try to screw up my internet the day before all that, before they're out of the office. We're like, wow, that guy's a real piece of shit. I'm thinking in my head, that's probably what it was. They want to do it out the wall. Okay? So that was on Wednesday, okay? That was on Wednesday of last week, all right? So, as you know, I streamed all week, no problems, okay? No problems at all. All weekend, everything's fine, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday, Monday, so think of it. Person works at Comcast. They're only working weekdays, but they had a holiday weekend. Monday, when they would have been back in the office, the crap hits the fan, okay? I mean...
So, this troll enjoys his holiday, comes back, and ruins the business. Okay.
And this is like, now we're getting really effing serious, because now you're ready for this? What happened? Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. All right. You ready for this? First of all, this happened.
I did not get that yet.
They went to my modem, my Comcast modem, and they enabled the Wi-Fi, and they decided to name it...
That's a troll indeed. Now that's a troll indeed. That's a troll indeed. Man, I don't know how, but I think he's right. There is a troll working there. If, once again, for the millionth time, if it's not him just making things up for sympathy and donation.
Things. Now the problem is, this is publicly visible to everyone who's in the area and is driving around looking at the internet.
Imagine passing by and seeing this.
That this is available networks now. Okay? So they did this. That was number one. That was the first thing they did. Alright? Now, as you guys know, my internet was also going on and off yesterday. So what they were doing is...
I swear this man is the funniest guy on YouTube, hands down.
While I was broadcasting my normal stream, they were resetting my modem over and over, just pressing the reset button over and over, so I couldn't continuously broadcast, okay? So, if you didn't know...
Imagine that guy has nothing to do at work but monitor DSP, YouTube, live stream, and on one screen, and restarting his modem on the other. Top notch, man.
I started to ignore them. I was like, listen, if we can't keep, streaming a game, then maybe what we'll do is we'll play something different. We'll do, like, I have to finish a game. I have a lingering game going on right now, and I'm like, maybe we can do the final hour of that. And even if the internet goes out, no big deal. It's only an hour, So I guess that pissed the person off, because the person's like, wow, Phil's really not giving me any attention. So what did they do? I'm going to tell you what they did. All right? Now, this is where it gets scary.
Okay.
All right? This is where you're like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So listen to this. Since they weren't getting any attention logging into my modem and screwing with my internet, they logged into my business account itself, meaning all of the information that you have in your business account, including your name, your address, your phone number, your email addresses, your payment information, and all of that, your modem information. It's all listed in there, okay? They proceeded to not only go into there and mess with all of my information, which is against the law, by the way. You cannot do that. They also, get this, without my permission, took money away from me and made a payment towards my Comcast internet bill.
Wait a second. Now, this story doesn't add up. I don't think even a troll has the ability to log into your bank, or he's meaning the payment. They processed a payment that he needs to pay Comcast. So in other words, they're charging his bill, if I'm getting correctly,
for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's fraud.
If you owe the money and late on payment, some companies, I believe, can charge or cooperate with a bank to have hold on amounts, but this was, I'm not sure about Comcast and his bank or whatever, but if you owe them payment, they may be able to transfer it. I'm once again not sure, so don't quote me on that, but he make it seem like they stole the money, transferred it to someone's account. They used the money to pay his bills, which should have been paid. I don't get, is he not paying his bills on time? Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. How can you pay the bill unless they're charging him money to have extra cash? If that's the case, he can easily show them the transactions and blacklist, and they will return the money. If again this is all true, it can easily be verifiable, and yeah, he the money gets back. He can easily prove it, and they will launch an investigation. Who processed the payments? If it's automatic system, who triggered it? If it's manual, the ID of the person. This is easy to verify. If this is true, we should have a resolution to the story within this week, if it's true.
That is identity theft and fraud. You cannot do that. That is a crime. That's not, oh, I'm messing with someone's internet. That's an actual serious crime. Okay? You cannot fuck around like that. And this person thinks at this point they can get away with anything.
Apparently, yes. If they keep doing this and nothing keeps happening, you say you have proof and you escalated and all of this is true, yet this continues to happen. This is beyond weird.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. Okay? Because they've been doing it now for how many years? It's been a month since the October incident. Comcast has done absolutely nothing about it, right? So, there you have it. Okay? Now, before you say, well, what evidence do you have? Well, I'm not going to show you my payment information, and I'm certainly not going to show you anything that's private, but what I will show you is what they did to my account. Would you like to see? So they logged into my account, and they changed the name on the account, they changed the email on the account, they basically changed everything, okay? So there you go. All this information.
Easily verifiable. This is easy to catch. They can see the time in the logs, the time, what time was it changed, and from which IP or which person did it. This can easily lead to capturing the person.
Was changed to be trollish information, okay? So not only did they do all of that, as you can see, all the information changed to be troll stuff, right? Then they also,
nice name.
like I said, made false payment in hundreds and hundreds of dollars towards me. Okay? So this is obviously awful, right? This is not, okay, someone's messing around anymore.
Every time money gets involved, there are extra logs, and it's verifiable because money transfer, especially digital, not hard cash, can be traced back to the person. So this is easy to sort if this is indeed true. And his face reaction says that, yeah.
Right? It's not. This isn't. This is, whoa, someone is seriously trying to hurt me. They're trying to take money.
Man, I don't know, but for someone who just lost hundreds and hundreds of dollars, he seems way too chill. Not implying anything, but yeah.
Money out of my accounts and put it towards stuff that is not supposed to be towards. Right? And that's the problem. Like, that's horrible. Like, anyone could mess with my accounts now, right? If they have this access. So, that is why yesterday when I was live on stream, I basically had to go offline. Like, if you remember, yesterday when I was live on stream, even though I said we were going to continue to stream and ignore the nonsense, I had to go offline because I had to immediately contact Comcast and say, you have to stop with all of this going on right now.
This is why you need a VPN. So Malvid, Nord, contact me so I can get sponsored and advertise your services. Thank you.
You have to stop this payment. You have to stop this access, whatever it is. You have someone who could steal all my money out of my account. So immediately what I did is I called them. Money. And the person who, I got from billing basically said, all right, I'm going to remove everything. So he removed the payment information. All that stuff's removed from my account now. So there's no way that they could keep processing payments in my name. Okay? Thankfully.
Yes, and actually see the logs who did it.
So at least that's done. All right? But the problem now with that is now all my stuff's messed up. I'm on a contract with Comcast that they call it an auto pay discount. Meaning if you have your account set up on auto pay, you put your account information into their website, you set it up, you get a discount. Now I've lost my discount.
No, you're not. If the story is really true, you can easily explain it to them, and they already know. You will not lose your discount and even get an apology or possibly 3 months of service. If, once again, this is all true. This is a big court case, if true. So, no, you did not lose anything. If, for the millionth time, once again, it is true.
How's that fair? Did I do anything wrong to lose my discount? No. It's their own messed up system. Okay? So, now. So all that, goes down or whatever. Alright? And I'm like, okay, so today, hopefully, number one, hopefully I'm going to get calls from Comcast. I'm going to get support. They're going to help me. I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to have multiple departments who are on this.
Yes.
Who are working on this and escalated. Because when you call Comcast, oh, sir, your security is of our utmost concern. 100%. You have to understand, your security is our biggest concern. Okay?
Obviously,
that's what you
yes.
say. Now, this is someone who has access to my modem, someone who can mess with my business on a daily basis, and someone who has access to all of my business information and my payment information and is filing fake payments, committing fraud, which is a crime, and I have all documented that it's all happening. I've saved all the information to prove that it's happening, and I filed...
You don't need to save anything. Everything is once again in the logs.
...claims with this company. I've got 3 voicemails in with the regional tech manager. So you know they're going to be right on top of this, right? Now, in the meantime, just to show you that, again, I'm not a slouch on this, I actually even contacted Xfinity's social media team. And I said, I don't know what to do in this situation. And they said, you got to go to the fraud team. I said, I did. Just so you know, I contacted that fraud team and I filed claims or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen, all right? But that's what they told me. Like, that's all you can do is you can contact the fraud team and that's it, all right? So, bushy-tailed and bright-eyed, I'm ready for the day because I'm feeling positive. Things are going to go good today,
But what
right?
about the
now,
troll?
Move back, get that vibe back. I'm ready for fun stuff. I hope you guys are ready too. And I check my phone. I got no emails. I got no phone calls. I got no voicemails. Nothing. Zero. Nothing whatsoever from anyone. Okay.
the story thickens yet again. The whole management are detractors. the whole area is detracting against him.
Okay? Am I surprised and shocked? No, I'm not. But you would think that a company that takes your security so seriously, and we have documented evidence that fraud just occurred with their system, that they would probably be on it to prevent anything further from...
I'm not saying like this is impossible yet. I had a few cases myself online where something was not this case of course, but something that should obviously be fixed by a company was ignored. Many problems, but this is money. We're talking about transferring hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and the company does nothing. He says it's all documented and it should be seen in the logs, but if nothing is happening, there are two scenarios: either he's a liar, or the company is that bad. Comcast, I know that they may not be top notch, but to this point
going on. I mean, we're not just talking someone's messing with you. We're talking this could be a legal issue for them.
Exactly.
Because my security has been compromised and it seems to be their fault. There is an internal employee doing all of this. Okay? Well, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not expecting much, but you know what? Maybe today I will get contacted and, and maybe they will handle it. I don't know. But anyway, I can stream now. So I turned on my stream this morning, and within a minute of it being live, the person resets my modem. So what does tell?
So even after the alleged complaints, fraud filings and whatnot, that guy still doesn't care and continue to do that without being caught. This is comical at this point. I'm sorry.
What tells me is, even though Comcast doesn't have access to that modem, like they can't go in that modem and change its settings, they've got a reset button. And they can just hit it whenever they want. They can press it right now during this live stream. They already did. They did before. And they could do it right now again. That they have the ability to do this whenever they want. Okay? Which is absolutely stupid. Because it's not their property. I didn't give Comcast permission to mess with my equipment. So what gives them the right to do that? Right? I didn't ever give them the right to do that. You know what I mean? So they shouldn't have that access. And according to the tech that was at my house in October, they shouldn't have had access. But apparently they at least have the ability to reset the modem. Because that's what they've been doing. They did it multiple times this morning when I was just turning the stream on. And I'm like, so I can't work. So I cannot do a live stream.
You cannot play games, you mean, or talk to the camera.
Stream of gameplay. I cannot do a podcast at any point during any...
Actually, you can pre-record it. Doesn't need to be live.
Stream, they could just keep hitting the reset button like this, right? So, I mean...
Or better yet, wait for the troll to go to sleep and then quickly record it. You have his shifts, after all.
I'm going to be honest here. I got a few questions for Comcast, and I would love to get answers on this. Number one, how do you have a company, all right, where you have employees that you don't monitor what they're doing? You don't have any audits of employee activity to see that there's no malicious stuff going on. What level of power are you giving your employees that they can log into modems, change settings, log into business accounts, see all the data, change all the data without permission?
If it's indeed a business account, it should be extra protected, or the complaints being taken even more extra because it's a business account.
That's the other thing. There's no levels to prevent any of this. Apparently, they give their employees an insane amount of freedom. Okay? And the funny part is, like I said, this is proven, because some people are saying dumb stuff in the chat. It's a hacker. No. The tech looked at this modem when they were here in October and said, no, this right...
Notice how he's saying that they're saying dumb stuff. Degrading his own viewers that donate him.
Here shows this is an employee login. He says it's different. He says if it was a customer login, or if you see different levels of login, he says this is an employee login. That's what that is. It shows it right there. That's the... Oh my God.
If that's indeed an employee login, then there should be logs. Like I said, there should be resolution soon. So I'm expecting an update video that the thing is resolved and the guy is caught and sent to custody. But knowing DSP, I don't know how much we can believe. Not saying this is a lie, but the story has contradictions. He said he has all the documentation, the fraud, the money. Once money gets involved, it's a serious issue, and nothing is being done. At least he should go to the bank, file a police report, fraud report. I don't know if the company is not doing anything. Indeed, then he should do, provided of course he has all the evidence, like he said. Now this is easy to prove. We should see a resolution. We should see a police report, fraud case, whatever the steps that he needs. So yeah, finger crossed. We think we will have a resolution very soon. So let's wait for that. Now the story is 100% true to him, and he has all the evidence. There's nothing to fear. So anyways, this is the part 1. I'm expecting part 2 to drop very soon with good news. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you in my next video.